afternoon. Thank you so much for calling Constellation Brands. This is Jason speaking. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Hello, my name's John. I got a lot of history of cider drinking. I'd like to make a complaint about the change from glass bottle to cans. Would you perhaps be able to tell me why they did that?
At this moment, I wouldn't be able to disclose that. They just decided that it would be better for the quality of the product.
Well, I see, time-wise, we used to get our cider delivered on the street by an old man driving a German hay wagon converted into a makeshift ice cream truck. We called him the Cider Man. We used to always wait for him to come by on Thursday and Saturday. You'd always hear old lady Jezebel say, "Hey look, there's the Cider Man." And let me say, his cider was in glass bottles, and it was great. He had apple cider, peach cider, blackberry cider, raspberry cider, and hot dog cider. Yup, a lot of history in that cider. But you see, there were a group of black football players out of Detroit who didn't care for the Cider Man. They figured if the alcohol was sweet, he must be a girly Cider Man.
Don't do that, dog!
Yo, dog, I wouldn't do that if I
You
was
was crazy, motherfucker. Why'd you stab that guy, OJ?
Hey, I didn't do anything.
They beat him up real bad, right? Then tied him up and whipped him while chugging cases of hot dog cider down.
But in order for us to continue this call, I need
What?
your date of birth, and I need...
I'm telling a story here, just it's getting to a point. I'm almost done now, Sonny. Just hold on a minute. Cider Man was okay. But about 3 months later, he died of hepatitis. They took him down to the ancient Indian burial ground, one right in the backyard of this here house. The Indians stopped using it after the ground went sour. What comes out of the ground ain't the thing you put in. Sometimes, dead is better. A lot of history down that road.
do you have a date of birth so we can continue with this call?
What does my date of birth have to do with anything? I care about the quality of the cider drinking. I heard some of the flavors you haven't discontinued.
I understand, but we are in the United States, and in order for us to proceed with the call, we need to verify your date of birth to make sure you are legal drinking age.
What do I sound like to you, a tyke? Do you think I'm a kindergarten student with a voice like this? That doesn't sound like I hit puberty? Come on, Sonny, I'm old enough to be your grandfather. I was born in the 30s. I went through several wars. I fought in Korea. I was a sergeant major. You even know what that rank is? It means I know better about cider. And like I said, sometimes dead is better.
I heard today that Grower's Cider will no longer be sold in glass bottles and it will be sold in cans. Is this true? I hope not, sad face.
I was told that too, and that they are discontinuing a few flavors, one being my favorite. Crying face.
The world all around us is becoming a worse place to live in, but on the good side, I can make an interesting YouTube news video about it.
Have no fear, friends. We sincerely appreciate your concerns. We switched to cans to provide you with a product that's easier for packing and suitable for trips. Cans are easier to chill, and ensure far less breakage than our former bottles. Not to mention the size increase from 330 to 355 milliliters. It's time to say hello to a summer of cans. Winky Corporation.
Face value.
I know all these things. I'm just not a can person. There's a reason they don't do cans in Germany. Bottles are better.
Bottles are definitely better. Cans have a different taste. Awkward face.
Booby, I agree firmly, and this is a textbook response above here. I have called them twice, and they were quite interesting calls. I was unable to learn the specifics on why, other than they felt the quality wasn't as good, yada yada yada. I think a $20 bill got stuck in the call center guy's mouth for a moment when he meant to say the profit gain.
Hi all. This just in. Our 330ml bottle in peach and extra dry apple will continue to be sold in select private BC liquor stores. Hope this helps. Smiley.
Face value.
That's better. Thank you, Mr. Cider. Can we get pomegranate?
News update. Grower's Cider will now be only 5% alcohol and not 7.
We sent a couple of our younger colleagues to the Growers Corporation to ask them why they're trying to feed us this shit. And as you can see in the footage here, the people that work at Growers are just children.
What the fuck is this shit? I thought you guys were professionals.
We are fucking professional. Why the fuck are you giving us shit we can't fucking use?
We've learned what the real reason was. They had done studies and found that most people, an overwhelming response was in favor of bottles to cans. Surprise, surprise, right? However, the sales were more profitable from the Okanagan cider when they had moved to cans. As they stated about packing and traveling for camping trips and whatnot, this is what increased the sales. Even though the taste was superior, the sales were the reason. They tried to hold out as long as they could, but they couldn't meet the expectations required. They had no choice but to fold and go with cans. So the reason was all about profit, as expected, and these are the specifics. I hope you've learned much. And if you did stick around this long in the video, you learned the truth and realize the corporations will always win. You can still get extra dry apple and peach in select private locations, although I haven't actually found any of them yet. Surely there will be one day. Maybe they don't even exist and it's all just a lie. Until then, my name is Stupid Guy. My name is Poopy Face. Until then, I'm a British person. Goodbye.
We sincerely appreciate your concern.
Playing game?